No, tics, wow, are not curable. But for most people, they lessen, over time, bitch. They lessen over time. So, like, as, I grow up, they will probably kind of, like, fade, but they won't go away. I am on medication to help, suppress them, though. So, yeah.
They are reactive gas molecules, okay? Only at high temperatures. Okay? So, make them, in the very beginning of this chapter.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you do that.
Okay.
I got you, girl. You're done.
Are you aware of the circumstances or actions that the women in the video are currently exhibiting? Have you personally witnessed the action or situation? Or do you know anyone close who has experienced such circumstances? Have you heard of Tourette syndrome? Lately, we are bombarded with posts and talks about mental health awareness, whether it would be on the internet, newspapers, and even from our friends and family. It has become an uprising topic among us, especially mental illnesses such as depression, anxiety, autism, and ADHD. Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Binti from NPH 6A, and today I shall be talking about Tourette syndrome, a disorder that is starting to become common among children but is unfortunately not discussed enough. With that, together we will cover what Tourette syndrome is, the benefits of early intervention, its symptoms, and how to recognize the early signs in children. Stay tuned and let's watch this video through to the finish. Before we dive further, we must understand what Tourette syndrome is first. Does anyone here know what Tourette syndrome means? The definition of Tourette syndrome is neurological disorder characterized by repetitive, involuntary movements and vocalizations called tics. While the exact cause of this disorder is unknown, genetic factors and environmental influences are believed to contribute to its development. Statistics shows that approximately 1 in 100 children are diagnosed with Tourette syndrome, with its symptoms often appearing between the ages of 5 to 10. This chart shows the prevalence of comorbidities of Tourette syndrome among children and adolescents aged 0 to 17 years within 2016 to 2022. Meanwhile, this chart shows the trends in the prevalence of diagnosed Tourette syndrome among the US children and adolescents aged 0 to 17 years within 2016 to 2022. It is very important for us to recognize the early symptoms of Tourette syndrome in children. This is because early identification can lead to timely intervention, which can significantly improve a child's quality of life. This means that with the right timing and actions, we could help a child cope with their Tourette syndrome at a young age. To do that, we also need a clear understanding of Tourette syndrome so we could provide better support as a parent or educator. While resources such as counseling, behavioral therapy, and educational accommodations might seem cliché to some people, we must understand that they can make a big difference for a child. Most importantly, we can reduce the stigma as we raise awareness about Tourette syndrome and helps in fostering a more supportive environment for affected children. Now, let's see the common symptoms of Tourette syndrome. The symptoms of Tourette can be classified into two groups, which are motor tics and vocal tics. While motor tics include involuntary movements like uncontrolled blinking, head jerking, or shoulder shrugging, vocal tics can be involuntary sounds such as repeated throat clearing or coughing, mumbling, grunting, repeating the words of others or echolalia, or even involuntary swearing, which is also known as coprolalia, though that is less common. In addition to that, tics can vary in severity and may change over time, which makes it challenging to diagnose. Since we have learned these common symptoms of Tourette syndrome, let us see how we can recognize them in children. To start, we must observe their behavioral changes. Parents and teachers should look for sudden change in behavior, particularly involuntary movements or sounds that seem out of context. To make it easier, we have to highlight the fact that tics may interfere with a child's ability to focus in school or engage in social activities, which can be an important indicator. It is also important to note that early signs may include brief, intermittent tics that last for a few weeks. If they persist for more than a year, a consultation with a healthcare professional is highly recommended. And that, my humble viewers, is the end of my presentation. Today, we explored what Tourette syndrome is, the importance of early intervention, its symptoms, and how to recognize early signs in children. I encourage all of us to learn more about Tourette syndrome, recognize the signs, and advocate for children who may be affected. Together, we can create a more supporting and understanding community. By being informed and proactive, we can make a positive impact on the lives of children with Tourette syndrome. And that's it from me. Thank you and goodbye.